that while everyone knows you suffer from Parkinson's syndrome, the damage to your brain has not affected your mental capacity at all. It hasn't.
I hope not.
You hope not? It has affected your movement. It has affected your speech. It has affected your facial expression, but it has not affected your mental capacity. Does it bother you when you hear people say, as they do, Muhammad Ali's punch drunk?
I'm getting old now.
Yeah. Do you feel old?
Yeah, I feel like I'm about 73 your age.
Do you?
No, I feel pretty good.
You do. I tell you why I said it's good to see you looking good, because, as you know, there's been a lot of speculation about your condition after the Holmes fight, particularly in this country. There was a suggestion, for instance, that there was brain damage.
Well, I tell you what, your brain controls what comes out of your mouth. During this interview, you check me out, and after, you tell me if I have brain damage.
I'll let you know at the end of the interview, shall I?
I went to a place called Mayo Clinic. It's the world's best clinic. And there were reports about me of brain trouble, kidney trouble, and speech defects. So I went to Mayo Clinic and got a physical. Stayed there for about 2 days. And we 100% check out. So all of these local doctors and one-horse town doctors can pack up because I got okay from the best clinic in the world.
But I mean, I suppose the question people ask themselves about you, and I think it's out of their love they have for you,
yeah,
is that they don't want you to go on getting hurt in the ring.
I've never got hurt. It's strange.
Oh, you must have got hurt in the ring.
When?
Well, I mean, I saw you fight Joe Frazier.
I didn't get hurt.
You didn't?
No.
You did a very good actor.
Certain fighters, you could tell, I mean, look at Muhammad Ali.
Yeah.
I mean, that I believe was, we're not totally sure, but it seems like it was connected to all the punishment he took. Do you worry about that?
On the Muhammad Ali stage, I think they fought a lot in that area. And for most boxers, it don't really happen when you compete inside, when you're really fighting at a fight. It happened when you in the gym and you training, you sparring 6 guys and doing it for like 15 rounds. And that's when it happened, when you constantly keep sparring. That's why I don't spar a lot. That's why I don't always go to the gym and, wear my body down. I take breaks because I'm still young, I'm still growing, so.
I ain't hungry for it no more. I don't want to get hurt.
Okay. So 2014, you felt that you was going to walk away before, because you see, certain fighters.
It's messing with my speech,
Really? So your speech, you think, is from the boxing and getting hit in the head?
It is. I know it is.
Okay. So when you first started boxing?
I was regular. All I did was laugh, joke,
Sure. You had a lot of concussions?
No. I think I got one now, though. I get bad headaches.
It's a limit that you take and you want to wear on your body, because I'm still growing. I'm still want to be able to talk to my kids. I want to still, make smart decisions. That's why Floyd say it's not good to fight so many hard fights up front and not, in the back end. It's all about timing.
Chronic traumatic encephalopathy, CTE. The degenerative brain disease associated with repeated blows to the head, has thus far been diagnosed only in its deceased victims. Now, positron emission tomography scans have revealed elevated levels of abnormal protein linked to CTE in the brains of more than 24 living former NFL players, the New York Times reports. According to CNN, researchers, 96% of ex-NFL players had brain disease. Here's some background information about concussions in the NFL. A concussion is a type of traumatic brain injury caused by a blow to the head. Reports show an increasing number of retired NFL players who have suffered concussions have developed memory and cognitive issues such as dementia, Alzheimer's, depression, and CTE. Most concussions occur without losing consciousness. Among the plaintiffs in concussion-related lawsuits are Art Monk, Tony Dorsett, Jim McMahon, and Jamal Anderson, to name a few. Common symptoms of concussions are imbalance, headache, confusion, memory loss, loss of consciousness, vision change, hearing change, mood change, and fatigue. In 1994, the NFL commissioner started the Mild Traumatic Brain Injury Committee. In 2002, a forensic pathologist and co-founder of the Brain Injury Research Institute identifies chronic traumatic encephalopathy, CTE, in the brain of a former Pittsburgh Steelers center, Mike Webster, 50 years old, who committed suicide. Amalu is the first to identify CTE in American football players in 2002. In January 2005, the NFL's Mild Traumatic Brain Injury Committee finds that returning to play after sustaining a concussion does not involve significant risk of second injury either in the same game or during the season. Dr. Amalu identified CTE in the brains of former Pittsburgh Steelers players Terry Long and Andre Waters. Both had committed suicide. So he went on to find other CTE victims later. CTE has always been around since the time of Rocky Marciano, Jack Dempsey, and Joe Louis, the old school boxers. But now we have new players in the CTE game that will be future victims, and they are coming from the institution of MMA. Here's a little proof that MMA is linked to CTE. The brain disease, CTE, can only be diagnosed through post-mortem autopsies. So you have to be deceased for them to cut your brain in half.